Hello everyday carry flashlight fans. So we got another one in. This time we have the model number ML02, which is made by Manker, but also some sort of collaboration with some company called Ammo, which that's a horrible logo, by the way. It's hard to distinguish. I don't know what that company does. Leave a comment if you know. It says it's more than a tool. You'll understand quickly enough why. There's a website there. Oh, here, colors. So I'm going to lose this manual in the future, so I'm going to open it up and just pause it so you can refer back to this in case you lose it yourself. There are the dimensions if that matters to you, if you want to make like a case or find a pouch for this, which you might want to do since you can put spikes on it. This is all in Chinese, that's not going to help us. Oh, there we go. So that actually makes a lot of sense, but I'll probably just mess around with it and then eventually memorize how it works. Okay, so that's English for you. And then there's some extra parts, the cable, and the screwdriver, and removable tungsten tips. And then there's a rubber cover here, and apparently when you fully charges, it turns to a blue light. And that's the voltage if that matters. I think I read online it's like an hour and a half to charge it fully, which is quite quick. Alright, it is safety certified. Some sort of warranty I'll never take advantage of because I bought this from AliExpress. Alright, great. So, nothing under there. I will use that box when I ever sell like 2 Hot Wheels or something. Alright, standard Type-C cable. Pretty short it looks like. Alright. Cheap screwdriver. It's a Torx head screwdriver. Alright. And then there's little bits there. Well, being milled aluminum, I also read online this is supposed to be some sort of mil-spec 3 hard anodization. So hopefully it'll resist some scratches. I almost feel like I really did order the silver one because this is going to scratch even with hard anodization, I think. You know, if it was silver I wouldn't notice the scratches, but I guess if you go for stealth mode, this is the color you want to go with. Alright, well, this is some sort of, oh, is that aluminum as well? I thought it was plastic just because of the look of it, but maybe that is stonewashed. It could be metal. It's definitely hard. I wouldn't doubt that that is aluminum. You can see those lines there. I think those are the CNC lines. Alright, so then you have these Torx headed nuts here holding this cover in place. There's a rectangular LiPo battery in there. And then on the here we have the switch. There's 2 tritium slots. Boy, I didn't say in the manual how big they were, but I'll leave a I got this from AliExpress, but there's only 1 listing left, so I'll try to find the link, but it might be sold out by the time you see this video. Okay, so this is just plain. You'd think they would have maybe used the same, you know, printing on the backside, but they chose not to. There's some grooves in here, just for detail, I guess, and we'll get to those points there. There's some sort of, you know, cutouts here. So putting your fingers in here, that actually feels pretty good. I wear a size extra large motorcycle glove, and that seems alright. Now if I was actually wearing gloves though, I don't think it would get through there very easily. Possible, you know, the leather isn't too thick, but if it's like an armored glove, like say a tactical kind of glove or a work glove, that might be hard, unless you have smaller size gloves on. Let's try these 2 middles. No, that also feels pretty good. So that's gonna get, well, now let's try these little ones here. I guess you could hold it any which way you feel like, and it does feel quite comfortable to hold in any of these positions. I would have guessed they would be more painful, but this is chamfered, so somehow the chamfering of this going to that chamfer as well. It doesn't seem to want to whoa gouge into your hand. So we saw the switch inadvertently go off. I'm not sure why there's like a star pattern back there. Maybe it's just for aesthetics. Yeah, I guess it's, oh, they're just lightening, I think, cutouts there. So the button itself has a circular spiral. It's kind of like one of those, the tips of a jet engine. Pretty neat. So that's actually pretty neat how they milled that spiral. It's so tight. It's not concentric rings, it's literally a spiral. Very cool. This side is the rubber cover and type C there, and that's the LED light there. And it seems to have a pretty good thickness here. Like 4 millimeters thickness, this rubber. So that little bit, I guess, is supposed to fit in a groove maybe, or just friction. No, I guess just friction. There's no groove that I can see in there. So I guess that's supposed to keep it water resistant, not watertight, or not waterproof. Alright, so this is, I read online, this is a plastic PMMA lens, which is basically a fancy way of saying acrylic, to my understanding. Now, unfortunately, acrylic is not a strong plastic. Acrylic also shatters like glass. So, ideally it would have been polycarbonate, which is like used for sunglasses and stuff, and bulletproof glass. But this is acrylic, but it's so recessed, it's improbable you'd break that unless you literally punch this against some sort of protrusion. But if this thing is actually meant to punch things, maybe the thing you're punching does have a bolt head or a screw head or a studded thing sticking out of some person's lip or something. I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel it would have been better if that was polycarbonate. And then we have some nice milling details there as well. Those little lightning circles. Some sort of, I don't know if that's a stain or where it was held for anodizing. And so there we have these recesses. You can see the tap threaded holes to hold in the tungsten bits. And I guess it's time to get to that. The reason why I bought this, I bought some car glass breakers. And I think they were great for the money. And they're in my car, in each door. But I thought I'd get this as a self-defense. Also, car glass breaker. I'm just going to leave it in my door pocket. I hope I never have to actually use it for self-defense, or to break the glass of the thing. But it better be prepared than not, I say. Well, anyways, this might be of interest. I'm not sure why, but I'm curious myself. What is the diameter of this thing? So this is like 4.5 millimeters in diameter, and then the actual cone height, I would say it's supposed to be around 3 millimeters. Alright, sorry if I keep losing focus, but... So yeah, that whole cone is sticking out. So you got 3 millimeters of tungsten cones sticking out of this thing. Obviously they're going to just fall out the way they are now. So that is why they give you this tool. Woohoo! Gotta be careful doing this. You don't want to lose this. This is a specialized screw. I don't think you can buy this. Well, I mean, I'm sure the threading is standard. But look how short this is. Well, maybe some of you will want to know. Hold on. In case you do lose it, or me, in case I lose it. It's measuring at 2.3, the thread. 2.2 millimeters. The length of that is now 1.8. Maybe it's supposed to be a 2 millimeter by 2.2, if I had to guess. That being the threaded part, not the head. Boy, maybe the head would be important because it's going to be recessed. So the head diameter is 3.8. And just for the last dimension, the height of that head is 0.8. This is a crappy screwdriver. You shouldn't have that much play. I almost feel like I gotta go find another one. So luckily I have a miniature screwdriver set, and this is a T5 head here. It says T5, and it does match up with the head of this thing. But this is not what you want, this T5, right? So if I put it in here again, look how loose this is. Look how much play that handle is moving. So the next size up is a T6. And now that one is very little play. So they basically included the wrong size screwdriver. And I think you'll strip it, possibly. So you want to get a T6 Torx head. And then I'm going to thread lock mine in because I have no reason to ever take those out. I don't know if this cheap Chinese thread lock goes bad. I swear this was blue when I bought it years ago. But when it comes out of this bottle, you'll see it's kind of like a slightly green clear. Well, we shall see. I'm going to just take this little eyelash Q-tip here and just put it in the threads here so that it gets all sloppy. Again, if I lost focus, sorry. I kind of thought it would just come with 2 tungsten tips, but having 4, that's, I guess, N+3 redundancy of breaking a window open. Alright, I already screwed the other 3 in just to save some time, so I want to show you up close what I'm doing here. I'm going to back out the thread, try to find it right there. And then you'll find it doesn't actually go flush with the aluminum because it's clamping this. So that these screws are longer, you know, than the aluminum gap here, which makes sense because if they were bottomed out against the black aluminum, they're not going to be clamping down the tungsten tips. So I'm just doing like a finger tightening here, you know, just they're not going to fall out. Right, and then if you under any stress, is going to push them inward. So I think that's fine. You don't want to, you know, strip out the holes. They are aluminum after all. Just glancing over the manual again. If you want to buy tritium tubes, you'll take 2 of the 1.5 by 6 millimeter tritiums. It also says it's supposed to be 130 grams. Let's see. Well, it's coming in at 127 with the tritium tungsten bits, so that's good. It also has a memory function, so it remembers your last setting right there, so that's good to know. And it does have a lockout as well. So, well everyone, you'll have to call me crazy, but I don't like this interface. Maybe you can read this and check it out, but this is what's happening. If I short click once, it always starts with strobe. Okay? And I turn it off. That's fine. What I'm trying to do is just click once and turn it on in low mode, but you have to hold it down and then 1 click will turn it off. If you hold it down long, like 2 seconds, you'll see it comes on. And while it's on, that's low mode. If you hold it down, it'll just cycle through low, medium, high. So let's stop at high right now. So if I want to shut this off, you know, that's off. But my instinct is just to turn a flashlight on with 1 short click. So, but watch what's going to happen. It's going to strobe. If I turn it off, any short click, I'm going to cycle to low light again, turn it off, short click, it always starts in strobe. So the only way this flashlight will start in a normal mode is you have to hold it down a long time, like a continuous hold. But that to me is counterintuitive, right? To hold it for 2 seconds, because it goes against every other flashlight I've used my entire life. So yeah, I don't know, I'm not a fan of this. The lockout does work, by the way. Yeah, if I triple click, it's gonna flash 1, 2, 3. That's telling you it's locked out. So now I can't turn it on by mistake, right? Even if I hold it down. Yeah. So the lockout's functional, so I have to triple click again to get out of lockout mode. And now it's just on. But again, if I turn it off and I just click short, it's always entering strobe mode. What do you guys think? Is that smart programming or not? To me, I kind of feel like a 1 click should turn it on. And maybe double click should be strobe, but it's pretty much the opposite right now. So I'm not a fan of using this as an actual flashlight. Luckily for me, it's just going to sit in my car door most of the time. And I guess, well, if I drive up a bridge and I try to find it, use this, it's gonna be all flashing and stuff like that. I don't think I'm gonna remember to hold it down in a panic situation. But I guess it's better to just have the breakers break out of my car, and then I'm good to go there. So, all right. All right, let's just test out the light in this environment. I'm going to turn off the lights and start in the low mode. Hold it down. So it's right in front of the camera pretty much. And that's what you see, almost nothing. Just the shininess of a reflection. So I'm going to hold it down, go to medium level. There we go. So medium level is quite useful. Yeah, you can pretty much see anything you want. And then the high mode, I don't think it's really worth it, at least in an indoor environment. So I think the medium one is fine for most indoor situations if you have a blackout or something like that. I think the low mode here, is just sort of preserving battery if you're camping or something like that, and your eyes adjust to the darkness of the outside world. Well, now I'm going to turn it off and just click it quickly to strobe. Yep. Whoa, I gotta say, that's quite annoying. I mean, I wonder if that has to do... Well, no, it's set at the low level, so the strobe, I think, is always at the maximum lumen. It's not adjustable. Yeah, that's gotta be at the brightest lumen level. So I'm a little curious about the ability of the tungsten tips, to do some damage. So balsa wood is the softest thing I have here. It's unlikely you'd ever use this to punch balsa wood, but yeah, no problem, right? It's a soft wood. Now this is MDF board, so let me get that balsa wood out of here. Yeah, obviously I use two hands, a lot of force. But I suppose you could punch through drywall easily with this thing, because I'm pretty sure this might be stronger than drywall. Little plastic styrene model kit. Now I'm gonna back it here with this. I just use 2 points. Well, yeah, cracked it, and it's left some depressions in the plastic. Here's a tin tea can. Maybe I will try punching this. Hold on here. Right, I'm just backing it with my I guess this is the smoothest section here. Well, I got 2. I didn't get all 4. Yeah, I have all 4 of those actually left a mark in this tin. I have to buy more tea soon. Anyways, there's no doubt in my mind that this could break through a car window, no problem. You're supposed to break through the side glass, not through the windshield or the back, because those are laminated with plastic and stuff like that. But yeah, this will easily break through the side window of a vehicle, which is why I bought it. Okay, well, I gotta say, it does feel very strong. It feels very robust. The only flaw for me is this is not instinctive to just click it and then go right to strobe mode, right? I think it should have been the other way around. But no, you gotta remember, if there's anything you remember about this thing, you gotta hold it down to turn it on, not click. Okay, I will see you in the next flashlight review.